I guess probably the most important thing I'd say about this whole practice of Qigong, one of the things that Freud said about a healthy adult is the capacity to love and work creatively. And I think that Qigong practices are ways of helping one to really learn to use their creative potential, but also to learn to love. And I think there's probably nothing more important in life than learning that. Whether you're learning through these to love what's hard to love others, to love yourself, and love is an action. It's not just a feeling. But I think that these practices become very clear ways of helping one do that. One thing that's gone on with me professionally and how I use these practices, or how they help me be better at what I do, is I've practiced as a psychologist and a healing Down instructor for a long time, but I'm a new nurse, and I'm working as an emergency room nurse, which means lots are happening all the time. It's unpredictable. Sometimes it's life-threatening, and sometimes it's people misusing the emergency room and they don't even need to be there. There's a whole gamut that goes on constantly with lots of people and lots of different needs. And I think it's made me very aware of, it's helped me diagnose things, it's helped me be much more perceptive about things, it's helped me be more empathic to people. And that empathy can be both with people that it's easy to be empathic with and people that are really difficult to be empathic with, that I don't like what's going on with their energy, but that's not my business to change theirs. It's my business to adjust how I am in a relationship to them so that I do the job that I'm supposed to be doing. One of the things that I'd say about all the Qigong practices, regardless of what they are, is I think that it's really important to practice them so that you really get a sense of what they are organically in your own body. But I also think it's important to not just isolate them to practices, because what they should become is ways of operating, so that a person should be able to do their Qigong practice in the car, at the grocery store, any place, because it is about how you organize your own energy. And so they really ought to become, and their most usefulness is the way it lives within you in your day-to-day life and in all the things that you do. And because they are so powerful, they can help you regroup yourself or get a different perspective on something, or help you think about ways to contain yourself, or, so you're not so consumed by what you're fretting about, or a way to express yourself so you're not so contained. They really help balance, and they can work with your strengths to make you stronger, and your liabilities or your weaknesses to turn them into strengths. I mean, it's diagnostic. You can use it to find out what's going on with you in any given day, or even on a chronic basis. And it gives people, through awareness and consciousness, the ability to make the kinds of adjustments and changes that they need. Meaning whether they need to expand themselves or condense themselves, slow themselves down, become more attentive to themselves or more attentive to other people. It really can help a person bring into focus who they are and what's going on with them mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, or in any capacity. And it doesn't separate them all. I mean, we talk about people as emotional, mental, physical, but it's really one interactive dynamic, and it addresses all of those aspects of a person, but also themselves in relationship to other people in the world. Whether you reach consciousness through a physical movement, whether you reach consciousness through an image, through a thought process, through a sound, a word, life is about consciousness. Some people need to be awakened to themselves in a very organic, physical way. Where other people may need to be awakened to themselves emotionally, just to be able to know they have emotions. Or for another person, it may be that they're more than just their emotions, and help them to contain their emotions. Some people need to get in touch with themselves physically, and either because they're so in touch with themselves hypochondriacally, or they're not in touch with themselves, but to help to bring an awareness of what's going on and a balance to that. Some people need to become more aware of themselves spiritually, and spiritual is such an overused word, but it can just simply mean where they're going and what the meaning is in their lives and who they are in this world and what they're creating.